They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, Hill. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Bengals come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year despite the one tie. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you...
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. It's a quarterback sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll try and sneak it here. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now Burrow down around his goal line. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Open man right side is Ingram.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now,
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
No, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Here we go. 11.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Mixon trying to punch it in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the jump. 19 wide.
2nd and 9 now. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Okay, break.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. That he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup on the 11. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, it's Burrow.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
58 yards.
And the Dolphins extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.